Cory could continue to pursue his political ambitions. I thought we had built a solid foundation over long distance, and I was confident living together would be a manageable transition if we worked together. But in the last 4 months of no contact with Cory, I have realized the many moments leading up to that night started long ago. Well before the physical abuse, Cory emotionally and verbally abused me. He used my insecurities as weapons against me. Cory called me useless and stupid and fat and ugly countless times. He mocked my struggles. For example, when I sought counseling for depression during COVID, Cory started calling me a nut job and crazy, both privately and publicly. Cory found ways to denigrate my family, my history, and my religion. He created an environment where I could do little right, and it was impossible to even figure out what his version of right was. With hindsight, I can see how our relationship followed classic abuse cycles. That night in December 2021 is the most terrified I have ever been. He shattered the safety I thought I had in my home and in our relationship. He hurt me deliberately, both physically and emotionally, and he felt completely justified doing it because I wanted to sleep in my own bed. Cory's physical violence and destruction was not okay. That he slammed my head into a door frame, then the wall, and then squeezed my neck is horrifying. That he thought destroying irreplaceable family photos would make me act right is unconscionable. That he hid my tablet and destroyed my cell phone, my laptop, my work computer monitors, and a photo scanner, over $6,000 worth of electronics in total, is outrageous. I don't know how to describe the panic I felt when I saw him stabbing at my computer monitors with scissors, but I do know how easily it could have been me instead of monitors. He knowingly made it impossible for me to call for help or to leave the situation by any means except on foot. I still can't understand how he cared so little for me that he could go to bed while I was outside with no way to contact anyone, dressed in nothing but a bathrobe, and according to him, hammering. He simply locked me out of our marital home and went to bed. When I gained access to the house 2 days later, Cory had already thrown away the phone, the monitors, and the pieces of those ripped and irreplaceable family photos. As a result of that night, I had door frame shaped bruises on my back and knots on my forehead and the back of my head. Physically, the bruises and knots have healed. Emotionally, I struggle with severe insomnia, nightmares, and often have difficulty concentrating. Simple tasks like grocery shopping cause me extreme anxiety because I'm scared of who I might run into. Every day, I live with the trauma of that night and the acute stress disorder it caused. Throughout this process, I have been discouraged from speaking publicly about any of it. I have never felt more silenced and isolated in my life. Meanwhile, Cory has posted on social media about planning his I'm a Bachelor Again party. He has offered to give away some of my possessions for free on Facebook. And by all appearances, he's continuing to live his life exactly as he was before this incident, without remorse for his actions and their consequences. Cory used to brag to me that he was above the law in Lorain, that as a Shawver and an elected city councilman, he was the law, that no one, regardless of their position, could help tell him what to do in this city or even in this county. I can't recall ever hearing him express true remorse for any action he may have taken, or words he may have said, or people he may have hurt. On the occasions when he publicly offered apologies, Cory's attitude privately was always that the person deserved what he did or said, and that he was entirely blameless in every way. The little regard that Cory has for the truth or accepting responsibility is clear to me in the different stories he told to the police about that night, and it leaves me in fear that I will become the target of his vindictiveness after these proceedings. This court can't erase the trauma or replace my sense of safety, but it can give me peace of mind by showing me that no one is above the law. I believe that Cory should be held accountable for his behavior, and with that in mind, I would ask the court to impose the maximum sentence allowable, including any combination of jail, fines, and probation. I would also ask the court to require Cory to pay restitution for my damaged property, nearly all of which I owned prior to our marriage, as well as cover the costs for the data recovery services I will be required to obtain for the destroyed laptop. Thank you.
Thank you.